Welcome back to the Film Room, Episode 5, post-Super Bowl weekend. The Seattle Seahawks are our Super Bowl champions. What did you guys think of that game? That was absolutely
Dominant performance.
Yeah, I want to touch on, did you guys feel like it was a Super Bowl, like the 2 weeks leading up to it? It didn't really have that.
It was kind of
Nah.
anticlimactic.
There
It
was
didn't
no
really
way.
have that Super Bowl, like biggest game of the year vibe,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
17 weeks or, 20 weeks have culminated to this big game. It didn't feel like that.
I think
obviously.
that's mainly because, like we said last time, the NFC Championship was our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess
like
it's fair,
100%.
Yeah, 100%. And it was clearly shown that, and I'm not trying to be a narcissistic, Rams fan here, but the Rams were the second best team in the NFL this year. And if it weren't for, if our defense was a little bit better, our special teams was a little bit better, and, a lot of people said it, and the Rams woke up sick
Yeah.
after the Super Bowl, on Monday morning. So, again, not trying to, talk about the Rams, let's talk about the Seahawks, who are, one in dominant fashion are now our 2026 Super Bowl champions. So, what did you guys think? What do you guys think they did so well to just shut down Drake May, Josh McDaniels, Yeah.
I mean, there was just no answer for Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
Dude was just a beast. I mean, deservedly won the Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, yeah.
Just an absolute beast. You can't get him down, and he's got, explosive speed. Just, wow, what a running back.
And that's shocking because the Patriots, what they've done they've done so good this season is their run defense.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't get it done. It was first down after first down for Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
just really propelled them.
In every playoff game, one of the leading factors on why they won each game is because they would stop the run. They would force their teams to pass and get them in, their opponents in sticky situations. And let's touch on, that Seattle Seahawks defense.
The
'cause
D-line- the D-line
holy
especially.
moly.
Everywhere.
6 sacks, tied most in Super Bowl history. Should have been 7 if that wasn't an interception there.
Yeah.
But, I
Just-
mean, dominance. Will Campbell could not handle anything.
God.
Anyone.
T-Rex hands really.
Yeah. He
Hurt
might
him
need, he might
today.
need to go to left guard.
And I'm
Yeah.
seeing some things where it's like nobody believes in him anymore, and it's kind of sad to see. He's a rookie. He's coming off
Yeah.
a pretty bad injury. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Do you guys know? It was something in
I
the
don't
knee,
know.
probably. I'd assume.
Probably,
But the guy's a rookie, and before the injury, he looked like a top 10 tackle in the NFL. So give him time. I do think he's
Yeah.
going to be elite.
With
but
Vrabel, Vrabel's a good coach. I think he'll coach him up.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
the Seahawks defense is just
Lights out.
one of the best that we've seen in the NFL. Now I can confidently say that I think they're better than the Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
agree.
they were, and
Yeah.
we saw two of the greatest defenses we've seen in the
Yeah.
last decade in the same season.
Even the
and
Broncos, too.
even the Broncos
had
were
an
great.
elite
Incredible.
defense, too,
Yeah. But they just shut down Drake May, and
Drake May
starting-
played so bad.
I'm starting
Oh my
to
God.
question. He's a young guy, right?
Mhm.
Is Drake May the guy you see in 10 years winning a Super Bowl or having 2 Super Bowl rings? Because I'll tell you what, Tom Brady wouldn't have lost that game. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Down by 21, Tom Brady would have come back
I mean,
for sure.
it's 19-7.
He
and
would have come back.
You're at the 50-yard line and you throw that bad of an interception.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot who the announcer was, but he had no words. I had no words
Yeah.
either. I was
Just
absolutely.
staring at my TV like,
Yeah.
I was just like, bro.
And they were in a stride there. They were in a
they
stride.
were.
Yeah.
And you just
Yeah.
throw, and the guy was kind of like he wasn't. It would have been a really tough catch, a tough throw, but
It's a bad throw.
to throw it
It's a bad
right
throw.
to Julian Love, I believe,
still,
Yeah.
yeah.
very very bad. But yeah, I mean,
He was seeing ghosts out there.
He
He
was.
was.
And there were also a bunch of times where he could have just gotten rid of the ball instead of taking a sack. I think it's just those little plays that took them out of the running.
Yeah. Those are drive killers.
Yeah.
But that defense, like you said, 6 sacks, and you credited the D-line, but even Witherspoon got some
Witherspoon,
sacks
yeah.
in there. And that just shows, Mike McDonald's scheme, really. Just awesome. Just schemed them up. Just unbelievable performance.
Yeah.
Super dominant.
it just
Yeah.
looked like that defense knew exactly what the Patriots were gonna do, what they wanted to do. It just looked like they had clues on every single play on what the Patriots were scheming up. Really, well executed game. But I do want to shout out the Patriots defense for keeping them in that game as long as they did.
Yeah.
What was it, 9-0 heading into the fourth? I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
12-0.
12-0.
12-0.
12-0.
Yeah.
Sorry, 12-0 heading into the fourth. That's pretty crazy after.
Yeah, only 2 possessions.
Yeah, in the Super Bowl against a team a good Seattle Seahawks offense.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Darnold didn't even have to pass the whole night, but he wasn't able to when he tried.
Yeah.
Like
JSN was
Yeah.
kind of locked up. Can't even lie.
Yeah.
He got
Christian
injured. He got
Gonzalez.
injured halfway
He got
through.
injured.
Concussion?
Yeah,
What
a
was it,
little
a concussion?
concussion protocol, but he
Gonzalez
did come out. He did
Gonzalez
come
had
back
2
out.
unreal
Yeah.
plays.
Gonzalez is keeping them
He's
in that
Yeah,
super. I'm not
he
gonna lie.
is.
He's
so
really good.
talented.
Sooner than later, he's going to be the best cornerback in
Yeah.
the league, I
There
think.
Yeah.
definitely could be an argument made on is he better than Pat Surtain? I mean, he certainly looked like it.
He's unbelievable.
The biggest
Yeah.
game of his life.
Yeah.
he
He
played
showed
great,
up.
yeah.
He showed up.
And he was my Super Bowl MVP if the Patriots won that game, obviously.
Yeah.
It didn't, but yeah. Great game. Just
And shout out the Seahawks special teams. Jason Myers, Michael Dixon.
Yes.
Looking
Those
like Chris
two,
Boswell, 6 field goals.
I
or
mean, they
something.
both could have
5 field goals.
won the Super Bowl MVP,
I know,
to be
I was
honest.
about-
Yeah.
your punter is just, you're so lucky to have.
He's the
Yeah,
highest,
he
highest
is
paid
so
punter for a
good.
reason.
Wow.
3 punts within the 6-yard line in the Super Bowl.
He's
That's
Perfect.
unbelievable.
he's just so good. Every single punt,
Yeah.
he put them in such tough positions when, maybe you saw, the Patriots are starting to get some momentum here. Punt at the 2-yard line,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And that's
Just
a
kills all
momentum
momentum.
killer.
Yeah.
And it even was those punts were even better because the Patriots couldn't get their run game going at all. Travion Henderson rushed for 15 yards.
Yeah.
So just being backed up into the 5-yard line, they couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And, Seahawks offense now without Clint Kubiak, Sasha, obviously you're a Seahawks fan, who do you think you guys should hire, or like how do you think that's going to change? Because I would be a little worried, obviously. if
I think
was a
it's
Seahawks fan.
it's definitely coming from within the organization. I think they've interviewed like 3 or 4 people within the organization, and I think they all have just like a good idea of what Clint Kubiak was doing this year, and I think they're going to try to replicate that to the best that they can. I think it'll be a slight step down, but I mean, who knows really? I really don't know. These guys are all talented, and I think they'll do fine.
Will
Yeah.
I be drafting JSN in fantasy next year?
Yes,
That's
you
the
will.
question.
Yes,
you think
will.
so?
Yes,
I
you
will not
absolutely
be.
will.
But I think the main thing for the Seahawks, as well as, figuring out their new OC, is re-signing Kenneth Walker.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Billion
Yeah,
percent.
he could be unbelievable next year with Zach Charbonnet out for a portion of the season. He
And
could
they-
be great.
They had a little awkward moment at the Super Bowl parade.
at the
Obviously, that was
parade.
going, wild on social media. That was kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows that Kenneth
rubs me
Walker has
wrong.
interest to re-sign. John Schneider was obviously under
Under the
some
influence.
influence.
Something,
but
yeah, no, he was not completely sober there, for sure.
But yeah.
I mean, other news, James Pierce Jr., 2 counts of aggravated assault and
Yeah.
flaying police officers. Which,
I mean, come
dude,
on, bro.
Lock in. You have
Yeah.
everything in your life is going right. You're a superstar for the Atlanta Falcons. You almost won Rookie of the Year.
Can't do that.
You just can't be doing that stuff. Like, minimum sentence is 5 years. It's insane.
Yeah, and
his
then-
career's over.
And it's a Rakia Jackson. She's gonna testify against him
Yeah,
too. It's
that's
just-
terrible.
Yeah.
You guys think his career's done? You think he's going to go to jail?
I think it's done.
He's gonna
It's
go to
done.
jail, you
I don't
think?
know. I don't think it's that to that
I
extreme.
don't think so.
yeah.
I think he's going to
No.
be fine and play next season, if I'm being honest. If
I mean,
think
unless
he'll
he's got
definitely miss
he's
some
got to get
games.
OJ's
Oh,
lawyer. I mean,
he
gotta
may
have a
get
good
suspended,
lawyer.
He's gotta get
but
suspended
I
for
think it's
sure.
not going to be like a career altering.
I don't
Obviously,
think
If he
so
gets
either.
convicted of these crimes, the minimum
Of
sentence
course.
That
is
could be
5 years.
could be very bad.
but it's just he's not.
But I
gonna
feel
get
like
the
we've
max
seen worse.
sentence.
We've seen worse.
No,
We've
that's the
seen
minimum
worse.
sentence. The minimum is 5
Oh, wow,
years.
the minimum.
The max is 45 years.
Well, I don't think he's going to get convicted. He's an NFL player. Just-
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
got money. He
They
can
get
hire
lucky.
a good lawyer.
They
yeah.
get lucky somehow. So
They do
Yeah.
all the time. Like, didn't Jalen Carter?
Oh,
he
yeah,
got
there
him
was
something-
some domestic something.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
And
just
that
so
was
many.
in
Like,
college though.
and Joe
Yeah, it was
Mixon
in college.
slapped the hell out of this girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh,
Kareem Hunt, yeah.
Didn't Alvin Kamara also do something like that?
Something like
Also,
that.
Deshaun Watson. Like, did he
We've
get
had-
Oh
we've
suspended?
had-
yeah. No,
we've had-
he got suspended, but he was just.
We've had
terrible
our
after he
number
Yeah.
of incidents in
We've
the
had a
NFL.
number of these things.
Yeah.
yeah, Rasheed Rice.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Oh yeah,
no
Rasheed
shortage
Rice.
of
Yeah.
domestic and other disputes.
Yeah.
Just terrible. Like, what do you do if you're the Falcons? Your first round pick is just gone.
That's really
Like-
really bad.
It's terrible. I guess they have Jalen Walker. They
Jalen
also
Walker has been very
took
good.
first round. But yeah. All right. Now we're going to get into some potential turnaround teams. So, these are teams that had like less than 6 wins this year, but have a lot of potential for next year. I think the first one that kind of on a lot of people's minds is the future of Shador Sanders and the Browns. How do we think that's going to go next year? They're in a tough division.
They are in a very tough division.
I like the connection that Todd Monken, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, and Shadur have. Obviously that social media clip of them. Like,
Yeah.
I tried
Yeah,
drafting
yeah,
to the Ravens.
yeah.
He obviously showed interest in Shadur Sanders when he was on the Ravens. Obviously Shadur, a gangsta, he didn't want to back up, Lamar Jackson. But
Yeah.
the thing about Shadur is he's just so confident and he has so much self-belief. And I think when you have that in a quarterback, he had 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, but that's what you should do as a rookie. You should just try. You're on a losing team. You have nothing to lose. Just sling the rock.
Experiment.
Try to make tough throws. And I think Todd Monken, who didn't have his best coaching season with the Ravens this year, I think he's the right guy to turn this Browns team into a winning team. I think the defense is elite,
defense
and I
is
think
elite.
he's an offensive
The
guy.
defense
So
is elite.
if they decide that Shadur is the guy, we'll see. I mean, I'm confident.
I don't think they're going to be any good. I think you guys mentioning the defense is elite. I think the defense is going to get worse. Jim Schwartz resigning is huge for
yeah.
them.
That
It's
is huge,
huge.
Just way to mishandle that. Too.
Yeah.
Like, Browns management is so terrible.
Yeah.
Just a disgusting franchise.
And I think he was up for the head coaching
Yeah,
job,
he
there,
was.
right?
He
Yes.
was.
So
That's
maybe-
why he resigned. He was too pissed
Yeah, he
about
wanted
it.
to
Yeah, but
be
that's
head
but
coach.
that's a tough situation for him to be. I mean, they can't really if they think Todd Monken's a guy over him. It's not really their fault, but maybe he's not
Yeah.
the guy. So we'll see, obviously. But they have Myles Garrett, Denzel
Carson
Ward, so
Schresinger.
yeah,
Yeah.
they have so many guys.
I mean, they
and-
got Quinshon Judkins, who he had a
They have a bunch of
terrible
talent.
leg injury,
Yeah.
though, didn't he?
Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah.
did. But
So-
they have Deshaun Watson. If they decide Shadir's not the guy, obviously
I mean,
we all
I don't
know
know
Dylan.
if Deshaun Watson is going to
Yeah.
play another snap of football.
We all know Dylan Gabriel's not the guy.
Yeah, he's
obviously,
terrible.
I mean, did you see his wife comment? Like, I remember when Shadir first was announced as the new
Oh.
starter. His wife said something on social
Yeah.
media like, "My husband's not playing, and I have thoughts about that, but I
Yeah.
won't share it on
I did not
TikTok."
see that.
Yeah,
I did
I
not
did
see
see
that,
that.
Yeah,
That
like,
was
why-
pretty weird.
Why is she trying to get involved? Like Shadir, and when Shadir balled out, like she
Yeah.
said something else, and then she turned off all the comments to leave the video. So there's some feud between those two rookie quarterbacks and Dylan Gabriel and Shadir Sanders. Definitely something to check out there. And I think another potential turnaround teams. Obviously, we see the Browns. How about the Giants?
I think the
Who-
Giants are going to be the biggest turnaround team next year. I think
Yeah.
they have
Jackson
Jim
Dart.
Harbaugh, Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, Scatabo. They have so many pieces, man.
Yeah.
And,
who
and they have a
hired-
good defense.
Who they
Brian
hired as their
Burns.
OC? I'm forgetting.
OC, but it was Monken, I think,
It
but
was-
he signed with the Browns. So
It was Kafka. It was like
was it
I'm
the
forgetting. I know it was
Packers
a
guy?
pretty notable
Kafka.
name. I thought. Yeah.
Was it Kafka?
Okay,
Either way,
well,
offense
you know.
should be much
Yeah.
better next year. And no one really talks about their defense. They have a pretty stacked defense.
Their D line is awesome.
Yeah.
yeah.
great.
Thibodeau, I love
yeah,
Thibodeau,
him.
Brian Burns.
Yeah.
Sexy Dexy.
Dexy. Yeah.
And Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. And yeah, he had some issues in the
secondary
season. Got
needs some
benched a
help.
couple times, but he's going to be a star. And as I see our list of potential turnaround teams, I'm seeing the Jets, and I think we should just go ahead and click the delete button 3 times
Yeah.
because
Just terrible.
they are
Four.
they're cursed. And Aaron Glenn, I don't really know if he's a good head coach, but if he is, it's cooked because he's on the Jets. And you see Robert Saleh. He seems like a great coach. Just
Yeah, I don't
with
know
the
why they
Jets,
fired
it's
him.
the Jets who just
Mm-hmm.
they're just not they're not fit to be a team in the NFL, and I think they should honestly just eliminate their franchise maybe for the
Yeah,
good of the
Fields
NFL.
is not the guy. They wasted a ton of money
Fields
on
is
Fields,
not
which I
the
guess
guy.
is the kind of the Steelers' fault because he made him look like a good
Yeah,
quarterback.
week 1. I mean,
yeah.
if we went to all those week 1 games, did we really think the Seahawks and the Patriots were going to be in the Super Bowl? I mean,
You did not.
both
no.
teams lost in
Yeah.
week 1. That just shows how
Yeah.
if a team gets
Teams get
hot
better and better
later
and
in the
better.
season,
Yeah.
they're all threats. So, yeah, I think all of us in this room we touched on it. I think we all think the Titans though are potentially
Yeah.
ton of cap space.
one of,
Cam
if
Ward.
not the best turnaround team possibly.
Yeah. I think their hires have been great. Robert Saleh
Brian
and then
Dable.
Brian Dable.
Dable, yeah.
And Cam Ward slings the football.
He does.
He has so much arm talent. I think Brian Dable, we saw with Jackson Dart, he has a connection with his quarterbacks, and I think Cam Ward's gonna be a beast.
Yeah, Sasha, you mentioned the Giants being your prediction for the biggest turnaround. I think the Raiders. I'm
Ooh,
so
wow,
excited
yeah.
for their
That's a-
offense.
They've got weapons.
Clint
Yeah.
Quarterback's going to transform
Yep.
that offense.
And then drafting Mendoza,
Yeah.
Ashton
If they draft
Genty.
Mendoza.
I mean,
probably will.
They probably
They will.
will. Ashton Genty. If they can get some help on that O line,
Yeah.
I think they can be a scary team.
Yeah.
And that defense, we're seeing the issues with Max Crosby.
Yeah.
If they want to be
Yeah.
contenders or if they want to be a potential turnaround teams, they need to keep Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
I
sure.
think Kubiak will be able to keep Max
Yeah.
Crosby. He seems like a guy that's good with his players, and that's a really big thing to watch in the offseason. Is
Yeah.
if Max Crosby stays with the Raiders, and if he doesn't, where's he going to go? That's definitely something to watch out for.
Seahawks are a potential landing spot for him, I think.
And then
That'll be interesting.
we obviously have the Bengals: Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Zach Taylor. Probably his last chance
Yeah.
It is.
to stay as the Bengals head coach. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they're going to be a potential Super Bowl
Well,
threat?
I don't even consider this a turnaround team. I just think they're a top team we should be watching out for every season just because of that star.
You need to figure out their defense.
Too many injuries, I
Yeah.
feel like, too. Yeah, their
Yeah,
defense.
Yeah,
Defense
their
is
defense
so
isn't that good,
bad.
but
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's awesome, and so is Jamar Chase.
And Joe Burrow.
Don't forget about Chase Brown. I love Chase
Oh,
Brown.
it's-
yeah,
Chase
Higgins.
Brown.
T. Higgins is tough as a wide receiver too. Is elite.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Joe Burrow. If you have another disappointing year after the LA Rams and Matthew Stafford win the Super Bowl and Matthew Stafford retires on top, come to the
Come
LA
to the
Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, I'm calling it now.
Could
we
happen.
saw a crazy trade last NBA off season. You know, with Luka Doncic coming to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe another star-studded
Could
trade's
happen.
going to come with it.
They want to come to LA. Who wants
Yeah.
to be in Cincinnati? What is it
Yeah.
doing in Cincinnati? Sorry if you're from Cincinnati, but LA is where it's
Cincinnati's in Ohio, right? Just to
Yeah.
at. Yeah.
We're actually touching on like if Ohio State's a good college earlier today.
Yeah, we were.
We think it is,
It's a good
but
college.
living in Ohio wouldn't be the
Kinda
best.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are other factors than just the school itself.
And
All right.
comment down below. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Comment down below if you think there's any other potential turnaround teams that we missed. We didn't include the Kansas City Chiefs because it's a
not really
Kansas
a
City
turnaround.
Chiefs.
It's
you know.
Mahomes,
They're
yeah.
they're going to be contenders even if they're 0-10. You know, so
Yeah.
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 All right, we're going to do a quick rattle off segment here. Who would you rather have going into next season? We're going to go through a ton of different quarterbacks, and you're going to have to say if you want that quarterback or Sam Darnold. You're not going to speak at all until we say a quarterback that you want to have over Sam
Okay,
Darnold.
this is
All right?
good. This is good.
This is
All right.
exciting.
Starting off, C.J. Stroud. No. Kyler Murray. Cam Ward. Jared Goff. Drake May. No? Brock Purdy.
Yes.
Yeah, you're well, this is a
I'd rather
49ers
have Brock
fan.
Purdy.
He's a
I'd rather have
49ers
Brock
fan.
Purdy.
Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love. Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah?
have Caleb.
I
rather have
agree.
Caleb?
I agree.
I mean, Sam Darnold's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
I agree.
And we got
Caleb.
Seahawks fan over here still in the game. Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
Let's not get ridiculous, Sasha.
No.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Jaden
Okay.
Daniels.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
I'll take Trevor. I'll take Trevor.
Okay,
I'll take Trevor.
okay.
I'll take Trevor.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
so
feel
you
like you
think
kinda
Trevor
have-
Lawrence is better than Jaden Daniels? Yeah, probably.
100%. Bro,
yes.
like we said, Jaden Daniels has had like 7 good games in his
Okay,
career.
so let's all explain. You know, where'd you tap out at? Brock Purdy.
Purdy.
Obviously,
Purdy.
a little,
He's
a
a
little
49ers
biased,
fan. He's
but
a
just
49ers
break it
fan.
down for us. Why do you think a Super Bowl winning quarterback like Sam Darnold? And I'm probably the biggest Sam Darnold hater in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think Brock Purdy's better than Sam Darnold?
I think that this is going into next season. This isn't this. I think Sam Darnold this season was better than Brock Purdy, but I'd rather have Brock Purdy than Sam Darnold. I think he. I just like his skill set. He's able to. He picked up the running game, which is awesome. I think he's more. He when he throws it, when he's on point. Like think about this. His team was so hurt this year. He really had no weapons all year, and he still performed. He was 1 game away from winning the 1 seed. I think Sam Darnold had it so easy. I think Sam Darnold was what you guys gave hate for Brock Purdy, calling him a system quarterback. Sam Darnold really did nothing. He didn't elevate his team that much. And this is what you guys said about Purdy. So I just think it's ridiculous that's such a ridiculous take that I have.
I think
I'd rather have Purdy on my
To
team.
touch on Gideon's point on how he's a system quarterback, I think Sam
Mac Jones
Darnold
would have done the same
is
thing.
probably the definition
Thank you.
of a system quarterback.
Yeah.
I think Brock Purdy, the thing about Brock Purdy is he can make plays like he's definitely a run threat.
Exactly.
He can make plays to get his first downs by himself.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold has done that too.
Sam
he did that in
Darnold
the Super Bowl.
rarely.
He did that in the Super Bowl.
He didn't have to though.
He did it in
Yeah,
the Super
there
Bowl.
was
If
no
I was a
need.
quarterback of the Seahawks and I see the way my defense is playing and it's 12-0 or 19-0, whatever it is, there's no pressure on me. I just have to get my little simple throws out, hand the ball off to Kenneth Walker, let him eat. Sam Darnold, once again, I'm the biggest Sam Darnold hater in this room, so obviously, I have, some hate towards him, but I do think he's better than Brock Purdy.
I would just like to.
Because he has that
I would
clutch
just
gene.
like to debunk your point of hand it off, throw some little checkdowns. Sam Darnold has 4,000 yards on the year. He has by far the least passing attempts. This is by far the most rushing offense, and he still has 4,000 yards.
Once again, Sasha,
that's not check.
I
That's
think
not going to
it's- I
come
think
through
it's
check.
scheme.
No, I was
Yeah.
talking about in the Super Bowl, obviously, but I want to say I
Obviously.
agree with you that Sam Darnold is better than Brock Purdy.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
100%.
I'm also
That's
just
not even
touching
a
on
really
his point that
debate.
Sam Darnold is the definition of a system quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't
Darnold-
think that's a bad thing.
And
If-
Darnold also had
It's a
the
great
most.
system.
was
he had the
Tom
most
Brady a system
turnovers.
quarterback?
Stop.
I don't know. Was he?
No.
For certain parts of his career, he
Yeah.
was.
Was he? I
Definitely.
don't know. You let me know.
Early on in his career, I would say Tom Brady was a system quarterback,
Yeah,
but then he became the system.
Yes.
Exactly, and he's a
Yes,
motivator,
that's
and
it.
he's definitely a guy that we can rely on.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
also where these two quarterbacks were drafted speaks a lot into like their talent. I mean, Sam Darnold was drafted 3rd. People knew.
Yeah,
like,
Sam
he's
Darnold's
talented.
very talented.
And Brock Purdy was drafted last
Yeah.
in the
but
entire
so that's
NFL
your
draft.
that doesn't make
Yes, no. That,
Okay,
that-
Tom Brady
that
was a
means lot.
6th round
yeah,
draft
Tam
pick.
Brad,
Come on.
yeah.
Yeah,
The best
but he's an
receiver in the
exception. He's
NFL,
the
picking
GOAT.
a coup, a
He's the
6th round
GOAT.
draft pick.
He's an exception. By the
No,
way,
he wasn't a
Puka
sixth
Nacua is
rounder.
going insane right now.
Yeah,
I know,
I
he is
saw
going
that.
insane.
Yeah, I don't
he
know
needs
what
to
I would be
relax.
really worried. I'm not.
I am
gonna lie.
extremely worried.
Maybe he
And-
doesn't
and-
have the fun CTE anymore.
Yeah.
Shout out Ernest Jones. He's a guy who needs to humble a young receiver
Yes,
like that.
What was that?
Yeah.
Puka Nacua could very quickly derail his career if he doesn't relax. You know,
Yeah.
obviously, you look at Cooper Kupp, who had all the talent in the world. You know, Triple Crown winner, Super Bowl MVP. Then, you know, he lost a little bit of his talent. But why is he still making millions of dollars? And why is he a Super Bowl champion? Because he's a leader in the locker room.
He's a
He does
mentor.
the little things right. And if Puka Nacua doesn't get it together, you know, the LA Rams, I can tell you right now, the LA Rams don't like what Puka's doing right now. I love Puka Nacua, but he needs to, you know, start locking in
Yeah.
mentally, and he needs to
Yeah.
start taking his career more seriously because he has the potential to be an all-time great wide receiver that we talk about, you know, 20 years, 30 years from now. you know?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for episode 5 of the Film Room. Thank you all for making it this far. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow. If you're listening on Instagram, there'll be a poll down below. Make sure you answer that. That's going to be a great poll.
Thank you guys all so much, and obviously that concludes the NFL season.
Yep.
So now let us know what you guys want to see from
Yeah.
us in future videos. You know, if you guys want to see interviews with different players. You know, obviously we're pretty limited because we don't have, you know, connections like that yet. But or if you want to see, you know, games like the Imposter Game,
Yeah.
just let us know whatever you guys want to see, and we'll do that for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys all so much.
Thank
Film
you.
Room out.
Thank you.